Good day. You are welcome to E281291. Today, we are doing experiment 1, which is component identification. We have, in electrical circuits, there are different components that make up a circuit, like your resistor, capacitors, inductor, diode, and here I am to take you on all those components, their usefulness, and how they function in a circuit. Firstly, there are classification of components. Number 1, we have the passive, and we have the active, and the third one, miscellaneous. The passive components includes the resistors, capacitors, inductors, transformers, thyristors, and active components are diode, transistors. Firstly, I would love to show you the resistor. This is a sample of a resistor. And from the name implies resistance. It resists the flow of current in a circuit. And also, it divides the volts. Also, it can be used to adjust the signal in electric circuit. We have another type of resistor, which is this type of resistor. This type of resistor. This is another type of resistor. And this is another type of resistor. And that's their function. Secondly, we move down to the capacitor. This is a capacitor. This is an electrolyte capacitor. And the reason why we have the electrolyte capacitor, we call it electric capacitor, is that it has positive and negative. Now, this is how to get to know from this negative direction. This is the negative side, and this is the positive side. Now, the other capacitor is the mica capacitor, which does not have polarity. Also, we have this AC capacitor. These are the capacitors you see, your AC, example, your ceiling fan, your standing fan. And it doesn't have positive or negative. Now, we are going towards diode. This is a diode. Diode allows the flow of current in one direction. And this is how to get the symbol of diode. It's here. And this is the symbol for resistor. But this is the symbol for diode. And electrolytic capacitor. This is it. Now, a diode has the negative side. And the negative side is denoted by the band here. And also, this is another example. This is another example of a diode. If you look at this, 4 of these diodes make up this diode, and which we call bridge rectifier. Now, also, we move down to this is a transistor. And a transistor does the job of amplification. Example, we have the emitter, base, and collector. By the time we go more into it, we'll tell you how to know the emitter, base, and the transistor. This is another type of transistor, which the body is the base. And one of these will be emitter, the other will be a collector. Now, we also move down to this. This is a switch. We already know what a switch is. We have a switch, and this is a switch, and this is also a relay. Now, I want to show us another thing, which is an IC, integrated circuit. Now, an IC comprises of different components: resistor, capacitor, transistors, everything embedded in it. That's why we call it integrated circuits. In such a way that most modern days circuits now has this, so that we won't have a cumbersome circuit. So in this IC, we have a lot of components embedded in it. This is a transformer. We all know this is a step-down transformer. We have once we have seen this. And also, this is an LED. We know what this does. This is an LED, light emitting diode. Now, in your lab, page 7, you are to go and find more components. Firstly, you get the component name, the symbol, the physical shape, and the applications, apart from the ones I have shown you in this lab. Then that is page 7. You are to answer the exercise in page 7 also that asks you what are the possible causes of a capacitor if they are damaged. Then we'll move down to, we move down to page 9. That is activities 1, in which you are to get your digital multimeter. You are to get your digital multimeter. This is a sample of digital multimeter. You are to set it to ohms. Now, digital multimeter you might have in the manual, they said you should set it to 200 mega ohms or 20 mega ohms or 200 mega ohms. But this is an auto range multimeter, which you don't really need to set it to 20 mega ohms or 200 mega ohms. Once you put this at ohms, you will definitely get what you want. Now you have to get the reading, your left hand and your right hand, you take the reading. While taking the reading, sometimes you might find out that the readings might be shaking. The reason is that, yes, you have blood flowing in you and some signals are still flowing in your body. That's why. Just take the best reading. Then another one I should tell you is that your right hand to ankle, you take the reading. Then you also wet your hand, you take the reading. But the most important thing is that when you move down to F, you are to multiply your right hand to left hand reading by 0.1 ampere. The reason for this is to get the voltage and also to get your body resistance to voltage. Also, you are to, same experiment 1, you are to, from the symbol here, you are to get each of these circuits, you are to fill in what they really are. Like this is a solar cell, this is a motor, you have a thyristor, you have to get everything, and this is a lamp, you have to fill it in. Same thing to this, and same thing to this also. Thank you very much.